Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Friday evening. Hope you had a lovely week and looking forward to a nice weekend ahead. A couple of balances in tonight's practice, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. And as always throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up or let us know when you've completed the practice. So let us begin our practice in a seated position. Making yourself nice and comfortable, closing your eyes, slowing down, letting go of your week and your day, letting go of everything that's going on in your world and just bringing yourself to your mat. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through your spine, finding balance on each seat bone. And letting your attention go to your breath, inhaling through your nose, filling your belly. Pause and then exhale through your nose. Stretching out that exhale, keeping it nice and smooth. And let's take 3 more breaths here like this. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes, making your way to tabletop and then to stand at the top of your mat. Standing with your feet hip width apart, equal weight on both feet, and that weight evenly distributed across the feet from the ball to the heel. Standing up tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, lengthening through the spine, making your body as tall as you can. Engaging the core as you drop the pelvic floor, belly button in and up, sides of the waist in. And let's warm up nice and slowly with a sun salute. So raising the arms up over your head, palms together. Raise the gaze and take a breath. And then sweeping down into a forward fold, bending your knees as much as you need to, listening to your body here as you warm up. And lengthening through the spine or halfway lift, whichever feels right. And forward fold once again. And then let's step that right leg back for a low lunge. Making sure those arms run up past the ears. And then taking it through to your plank for 3 breaths, keeping a softness in the elbows.
And then when you're ready, coming down on your knees and feet, chest and belly, and then drawing that forehead and chest away from the mat for your back bend, and pushing on up through tabletop to slowly make your way into your downward dog, pedaling those feet and legs as you slowly encourage them to stretch. Pressing away from the mat, lengthening through the spine, gaze towards the belly button. And then finding your way to your point of stillness. Taking one more breath here. And let's stretch that right leg out behind you and stepping it through. Low lunge. And making your way up into a forward fold. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up, raising those arms over the head. Palms together, raise the gaze. And through to your forward fold. And halfway lift or lengthen your spine. And forward fold. And let's step that left leg back. Low lunge. And then taking it through to your plank. Keeping that core nicely engaged. And coming down on your knees and feet, chest and belly, keeping the elbows in as you draw the forehead and chest away from the mat. And pushing on up through your tabletop into your downward dog. And when you're ready, raising that left leg up and step it through. Low lunge. And hands down. Either side of the foot as you step that right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up, bringing those hands into prayer at the chest and taking a breath here. And raising the hands up over the head again, keeping those palms together. Let's take a bend to the left. Feeling that stretch, the whole right side of the body. Feeling the right lung open up. And then dropping that left hand down and taking that bend a little bit deeper. Keeping the shoulders in line with each other, so the chest and gaze should be just looking forward and up.
And coming back to the center, bringing both palms together again as we take the bend to the right. Really going for a beautiful stretch here. And then releasing that right hand down as you deepen the bend. And coming back up to the center again. And let's bring a little bit of balance into it. So shifting the weight into the right leg, raising up the left leg and holding on to the shin. Finding your point of balance here, letting your core help you. Keeping that ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip. Flexing the foot of the raised leg. One more breath here. And then if you can you, without letting the foot touch the ground, bring that foot onto your calf or your thigh. Just as a little extra bit of a challenge. And then coming into your tree pose. And maybe raising those arms up over the head and opening them out. Keeping that knee at a right angle to the leg. One more breath if you can. And then can you again hold on to the shin. Hopefully being a little bit more graceful about it than me. And then releasing the foot down onto the mat. Good. Let's see, can we do it on the other side? So shifting the weight into the left leg, raising up that right leg, holding onto the shin, and flexing that foot, finding your straightness, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And then taking it from here into a tree pose. If you can go directly from one pose to the other, go for it. Finding your stillness, engaging your core. And then again, if you can bring it back to hold on to your shin, do. Finding that straightness again. And then letting the foot come down. Good. Hopefully you managed to stay relatively stable for some of that. Keeping the feet together, toes a little bit apart, toes together, heels a little bit apart, raising the arms over the head into prayer, pushing them away, making yourself as tall as you can. And then let's sit down into our chair pose, keeping those knees behind the toes. Bring the hands down, still in prayer, to the chest, keeping those elbows directly opposite each other. And let's take a twist to the right. Bringing that left elbow onto the outside of the right leg. And seeing as much as possible if you can Get your shoulders in a nice straight line. And then coming back up to stand up tall. Pushing those arms up. Making yourself as tall as you can. And then sitting back down into your chair, bringing those hands to your chest, elbows opposite each other, and take the twist to the left. Again, thinking about stacking those shoulders on top of each other. One more breath. And coming back through center and all the way back to stand with your hands at your chest. And from here, stepping those feet out to hip width apart once again. Hands on your hips, let's step this right leg back to come into our warrior one. So leg comes directly back. Knee over the ankle. A little bit of weight in the outside edge of that back foot, raising the arms up, squaring the hips. Feeling the stretch on the back of the right leg. And then stepping that right foot back a little further, so you come into a high lunge onto the toes of that back foot. Activating that front leg so it has to work. And then bringing the arms behind you, raise the gaze. Coming back to upright, and let's shift the weight into this left leg, raising the right leg up. And we're going to let the body just come down towards the mat. And the arms point behind you. Toppling tree. And then stepping that right foot up beside the left, coming back to stand at the top of your mat. Good, let's try that on the other side. So, hands on the hips, let's step that left leg back. Finding your warrior one. So weight in that outside back foot. Keeping the knee over the ankle, raising those arms up past the ears. Keeping a softness in the shoulders. Engaging that core, especially as you exhale. And then letting that back foot go back a little bit further to come into your high lunge. And bringing the arms behind you, raising the gaze, stretching the front of the body. And shifting the weight into this right leg as you draw the left leg up, letting the body come down towards the ground, arms behind you. And stepping that left foot up beside the right. Coming all the way up, bringing those hands together in prayer, over the head and down to the chest. And take a breath. And from here, raising those arms once again up over the head, making yourself as tall as you can. And sweeping the arms out to the side, forward fold. And make your way down to your tabletop. Taking a breath here. And then raising that left leg up, turning the foot sideways so we stack the hips on top of each other. And with the left hand, bring it onto the left hip. I think I'll call this quarter moon. I don't know what it's called, but it's a half moon while you're on your knees, so I suppose it will be a quarter moon. And let's bring that left hand down and left leg and take it to the other side. So from here, lifting up that right leg, turning it sideways, and raising the right hand onto the hip. And bringing that hand down and the leg, pushing back into a child's pose, letting the whole spine round, the whole back and shoulders round, easing out the body. And making your way down to lie on your mat. Hugging your knees into your chest and just gently rocking from side to side. And then when you're ready, let the feet come down onto the mat, the legs come out long, the feet flop out to the side, arms down by your sides with your palms facing upwards. And allowing the body now to relax, release, and let go. Letting go your feet and your legs. Letting go your glutes and pelvis. Letting go the whole back of your body and shoulder blades. The front of your body, chest and shoulders. letting go your arms and your hands. Your head, face, jaw and chin. The whole of your body, just let it go. And taking a little quiet moment of gratitude here. Gratitude for all that's working in your life today. And let your attention go to your breath as you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause, and then exhale. Keeping your focus on your breath for the next few minutes.